Welcome to the throne. Job power. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head to wear the crown. All right, family, welcome to the throne. Make sure you subscribe to this channel, Throne of King Job Power. Go over there to King Job Power. Subscribe to that page also. Make sure you thumb up all videos. See what I'm saying? Hit that notification bell so you can get your notification so you know when the videos is coming out. Now, family, want to donate to these platforms, you can go to Cash App, $JA Power at 718. Okay? So earlier we did a video on King Job Power, the Africans pre-Maya, pre-Inca. Now, tonight I'm gonna show y'all on this, so make sure you thumb up this video, subscribe to this channel. Like the video, okay? Now, you see how close the Nile Valley is to this right here is Peru. You see what I'm saying? To Peru. You see how close the Nile Valley is to this area. And so it's even closer to Brazil, okay? It's even closer to Brazil. And it's not only plausible that the Nile Valley Africans came here. You see what I'm saying? They came, okay? They came. See what I'm saying? The Nile Valley Africans came to the Americas, North, South, and down Central. That just, I mean, if you just look at this map from Brazil, West Africa to Brazil, that's only 700 miles. Man, they could have did that in about 3 days, 4 days in a canoe. So imagine what it would have been like, you know, in a big ass 140-foot barge. It would have been easy. You see what I'm saying? They already had, you know, the science of the maritime by training on the Mediterranean, you know, and then they went through the Straits of Gibraltar and came over here to the big continent in the West. I mean, this is just pure facts. You see what I'm saying? All you got to do is go on there and unravel the mystery and take the mystery out the shit. See, these motherfucking goofies, they don't never show you no maps or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They never do any comparative study. You know what I'm saying? All they do is get up here and lie over photos. You know what I'm saying? Over photos. They don't got no master teacher. You know what I'm saying? You know, all they say is the same thing, you know, fat boys say. But again, thumb up this video because I want to get into it. Now, right here, well, blacks the first in the Western Hemisphere. You see what I'm saying? Now, according to the Smithsonian, it's been, you know, through Indian oral history, through archaeology, to paleontology, to botany, to every science, you know, known to man, they done used, and they showing that Negroes came to this continent before any other people, before any other Asians or any of that. You see what I'm saying? I showed, which I'm going to show on here also, how the Asian and the African mixed to create the Aboriginal. You see what I'm saying? Which I'm going to show. Okay? Now, this article right here is showing bones and skeletons that have been found in the Bahamas, in the Virgin Islands, Jamaica, all through the islands or whatnot, South America, where they done found African skeletons, and they buried in the fetal position just like they is in the Nile Valley. I'm banging on the goofies. So by 1596, most of the Indians had left the Virgin Islands, or been annihilated by the Spanish. African slaves were introduced to St. Thomas in 1673. Show something for the 1800s. Are the historical references to black presence before that. You see what I'm saying? See, it was a black presence before even the slave trade, even before the Arawak Indians or any of that. You see what I'm saying? And they see it through skeletons, through pottery. You see what I'm saying? They carbon date certain shit. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the reason why now they try to hide it, which I'm going to show, even white people be showing, you know, you know, African artifacts being found in America. And when they take them to certain museums, the museum tried to make it seem like, you know, you done took that from Africa and brung it over here and try to present it as if you found it over here. That's how they try to treat them when they bring something. Now, this who they be saying that they is. You see what I'm saying? Goofy Negroes, you know what I'm saying, done took some rubber bands and put them around his dreads and shit to try to make it seem like, you know, he got some, you know, some Indian ponytails or whatever. Nigga, what is you talking about? These are African people, which I'm going to show and I already have. But these the little 5 photos, you know, that they show. Thumb up this video. I'm banging on these goofies. Now, again, same goofy. You see what I'm saying? Now, he done put an S-curl in his head to try to straighten out his hair, to try to hide his true African identity, to try to claim some little rights to the United States. Nigga, to use a black man. Use a black man, okay? Get your act together, okay? So now, welcome to the throne, family. Now, this the main one that they show. Nigga, this a African. Stupid ass nigga. This man right here is a real man. You see what I'm saying? He African and he got a little 2% Indian blood, you know. But, you know, even the Indian African, when they was mixing, you know, back in the 1600s and shit like that, them Africans would have been, y'all could have said, you know, maybe we got, you know, we more native, you know what I'm saying? Because you would have been half and half. You'd have been like 60% African, 40%, you know what I'm saying, native. Then you would have maybe had, but you coming up here and we look at your shit and it ain't got but 2 and 3 and 4%. Nigga, you not no motherfucking Indian. Now, if you go back to Pocahontas time and all of that, you'd have checked they motherfucking DNA. Then you would have seen maybe some 70-30, some 60-40. You know what I'm saying? But the African gene gonna always be dominant. It don't matter who they mate with. You know what I'm saying? You still an African. That's why they do it like this in this country. They know the African gene is the strongest. Okay? So look right here. Okay, so right here, a skeleton was a racially hybrid, part Indian, part Negro. It was also inhabitants of what Dr. Stewart considers tooth malulation characteristics of West African cultures. Okay, the possibility that exists that is brutal represent traces of the prehistoric migration from Africa to people to the Virgin Islands who were assimilated into the indigenous Indian population. And so I'm gonna show you what these people look like right here. See, they show you them, you know, little, you know, Negroes that done put some just for me straightener in their hair and shit like that today, you know what I'm saying? But when you go back in the ancient world, who the people, you know, the statues and shit, the Mayans first seen, when they got here, they pure-blooded African. They not mixed with nothing because when they got here, wasn't nobody here, okay? Subscribe to this channel. Welcome to the throne, okay? So, Dane, Calloway, goddamn, all of the goofies, you see what I'm saying? Anybody come close to these Negroes, I'm firing shots at your ass, nigga. Period. Anybody come close to these little raggedy YouTube pages, nigga, and trying to mix with these motherfuckers, I'm gonna fire on your ass every time. But they never show, you know, these slides right here. Cause this from out of Von Wutino Connect collection. You see what I'm saying? Cause there's no denying that it's African then. I showed y'all what the Indians, once I start, which I never showed these, but I showed some different ones, you know, they had to even come to the conclusion like, damn, well maybe just the Africans and Indians mix. I said that's exactly what happened because that's what I just read. You see what I'm saying? But the African taught the Indian culture, period, which I'm gonna show. Now, you look right here, you got an almost exact replica of a replica that's in a part of the Aksumite Empire in Ethiopia, okay? And you could tell that this a pure-blooded African. It ain't no other, it ain't no Aborigine, it ain't no Indian. See, they never show these because you know you can look dead to the face and say they look like, Uncle Curly. You see what I'm saying? Nephew, Ty and shit. It look like just any other black man out here right now, okay? And see, they undeniable with these phenotypes. These are the Africans that came from the west coast of Africa, and before that, Egypt, okay? Now, again, you look into the Indian mystery or whatever, you got Africans all through there, and they nappy head too. That's down there in the Mayan. Now, again, you got at some point, see, when I show these shits right here, you can't tell me that ain't South African. You know what I'm saying? That's an undeniable African. You see what I'm saying? And these are found in, Ecuador and Mexico, all through the South Pacific. You know what I'm saying? All over the South America. They hide these because you will be able to tell the difference between the African and the Indian. You see what I'm saying? They try to, because the Olmec, all of them not African phenotype, even though the most prominent ones are African. You see what I'm saying? But you can, ain't no mistaking these. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no mistaking who and what these are. You see what I'm saying? And so they never show these. You never seen the Aborigine goofies show these photos. Why? Because it's going to kill their narrative that, be some Aborigines and shit. No, these is African, period. So this one right here is a reconstruction of a teenage girl who lived in Mexico 12,000 years named Nia. Was the first published in January 2015 in the issue of the National Geographic. Okay? And so you can see the heavy, prominent African features. You see with the cheekbones and all of that shit. See, Mexico got, a heavy African tradition and heritage. Okay? What you thinking is Mexican tradition is really African. Which I'm gonna go back into Mexico on another time though. Hold up. We about to skip some. Now, let's go right here. Okay? Now, these right here, this is in the first one on the left is the first civilization in China, and then you look at the artwork artists that made these photos, that made these statues, that made these terracottas right here. Okay? These is the same, cultural heritage. You could tell it's purely African because the hair woolly. Okay? The hair woolly. You see what I'm saying? Now, again, you look right here. Now, here go a Khmer man, which we know African. And then you look at the Olmecs down there in Levanta. These is the same people. They moving. These is the Kushites. They moving from the Nile. Yeah, they being mixed. Because if you go into India or you go, into the Americas and you see them pretty little Indian girls, what you think niggas is gonna do? It's gonna, be some mixing going on. You know what I'm saying? That's what created the Aboriginal. But I love this one right here. Now, this is an Olmec that they found in South America. But if you blow it up, for one, you see the hair nappy. You see what I'm saying with the phenotypical lips. Now, if you look at the bottom, you see the pick with the black fist on top. You trying to tell me that's not African when you go to Egypt? You find the exact same one. You don't need a hair pick for straight hair. You see what I'm saying? Because it's already straight. You need that shit for them naps. Okay? And you see the black power fist right there. You trying to tell me they found this in America, but you will never see Fat Boy and them showing none of this shit right here because they know that shit is African. And they know it's Egypto-Nubian too. To find these exact same artifacts in the Nile Valley. The black fist, okay? The black fist, that shit is up in the British Museum right now. Even this pic right here is in the Egyptian Museum in Cairo. The exact same one with the black fist on top of everything. So I don't want to hear nothing about who is who and what is what. In ancient America, we know the African came here first. Wasn't no Pacific Islander, wasn't no indigenous, wasn't no Aborigines. ever even thought of before the African transversed the whole planet. Okay? I just want to let you know that. Now, right here is found in Utah a damn picture of a giraffe. Giraffes are not native to America. Look at it. It's a giraffe in North America. Giraffe in North. How did it get here? The African. On a ship. And you can see the Africans traveling on ships with them animals. Going all over the world. Okay? In the ancient world. But you don't have giraffes in no goddamn Utah. Silly Negroes. Okay? How did it get there? Okay, and this thing date back to almost 6,000 years. Okay? Okay, so there goes some glyphs found in Utah, which they don't match nothing else but shit that come from Africa. Okay? That shit matches the, certain parts of the Ethiopian language. My fault, it matched with Ethiopian language. This one right here. You see what I'm saying? And you see, these is white people that found this shit. Okay, now let's go back to these Yamasees and shit. Therefore, after the Yamasee War, the African transatlantic slave trade to North America, the colonists drastically increased the account for the loss of Native American slaves. So they bringing in Africans from Africa. The more natives they lose, the more Africans they bring into the Carolinas. All along with the lower creeks in the savannah, the Yamasee declared war on North Carolina and killed 400 colonists, approximately 7% of the white population in the Carolinas. The colonists, together a force of black slave militant men, volunteered and friendly natives volunteered to help them. And so the Chickasaws is the largest slave-holding nations of all the 5 nations, proportionate to their population. Nation laws restrict the movement of African people, okay, to prevent them from learning, reading, and prohibiting interracial dating, prohibiting interracial relationships. The total population of the Creek citizens that owned slaves were 1,500 slaves. 10% of their total population. The Chickasaw owned 975 slaves. 18% of their total population, and there was eventually to the white slave owners of Tennessee, a former neighbor. Okay, so y'all got to look in the mirror and know thyself. Y'all sitting up here, you done went backwards. You see what I'm saying? And then a lot of these pages, if you go on IG and on Facebook, a lot of these goofies was Black Power first, but they was, I guess in the beginning stages, and then when the indigenous shit came around, they jumped on their bandwagon. And you know how I know? Because when you go to their pages, they still got, names like Akhenaten, Empress this, Empress that. You see what I'm saying? Unc this, Unc that. They use the African names talking some Indian indigenous shit. Nigga, you were goofy. Make up your own. See, you don't know the names of the motherfucking people. See, you don't know Geronimo and shit. You don't know the names of the motherfucking people. So, you have to latch on to African history to try to carry your indigenous lie. Okay, your indigenous myth, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Which is fake. You see what I'm saying? And so, they have to latch on to Africa. The real Egypt is America. The real, Jerusalem is America, and all of this fake ass shit that they be saying. They try to steal African history. You see what I'm saying? Look in the mirror. See what I'm saying? You niggas is so motherfucking stuck on stupid. And I'm just gonna straight say, stuck on stupid. You can't even realize who you is. Even if I put it right here in your face. You see what I'm saying? I'm not talking to everybody, but y'all know who I'm talking to. I'm banging on them goofies. You see what I'm saying? Got one more. Well, I got 2 more. Now, okay, Native Americans participated in the African Holocaust, nigga. So what is y'all niggas talking about? You see what I'm saying? So you can't be them. Who are you? You the motherfucker right there that's in chain, been brung over here by them white people, and now the Indians done bought him some slaves because he seen how popular it was. So you not no Indian, you were African. Period. I don't want to hear none of that fake shit neither. Now, this right here is Mansa Musa. And so, Mansa Musa, was able to get on the throne because his predecessor had a gold globe of the world, okay? Just how you see the globe today, pretty much. He had a gold made of the globe, okay? And that's how he was able in the 1300s, was able to come to North America. That's just facts. That's not no conjecture or none of that shit. You see what I'm saying? Mali at that time was the richest empire in the world. They could go, just like how the United States Navy can go anywhere in the world and move around through these waters and shit, because they got, a military contingency out there on the water. It was the same thing, with the African. You see what I'm saying? Civilization and shit don't come out of nowhere. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Everything, other than, them colonizing and stealing from other countries, okay? Other than them doing that shit, you see, the African, was exploring. He was willing to teach and trade. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to show the people the light when he went around the world. It wasn't about no colonization, okay? And so, look into the story of Mansa Musa and Abu Khari, which I already done touched on it a couple of videos ago. And we'll come back to it. But family, welcome to the throne. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thumb up this video, okay? Like the video, okay? Drop out. Be king. Get free or die. Heavy is the head that wear the crown. Welcome to the throne.